Hey, fourth grade, how's it going? Hope everybody is staying safe and you are washing your hands a bunch. We are going to get started with week 4, day 4 of the DCPS Rocks and Minerals packet. So hopefully you have that in front of you. Today you're going to need your text, your day 4 writing directions, option A of the outline, which looks very similar to the outlines we use in class. Thank goodness DCPS got their stuff together and they didn't use those outlines they were using the last 3 weeks. It's the outlines we normally use in class and a pencil and the rubric. So it's all kind of laid out in order, so you should be good to go if you just have your packet in front of you. Today's task, we're going to be understanding the prompt using our good old-fashioned tap. We're going to plan our writing, we're going to draft our writing, we're going to revise our writing, and we're going to publish our writing. So we're kind of doing everything we do on Thursday and Friday in class today. Let's get started. So our objective today is to show what we know of everything we've learned this week through our writing. So we're going to learn about and practice supporting our topic through relevant details. You guys are experts at this. You're so good at informational writing. We're going to be doing that today with this topic of rocks and minerals. So we have our writing prompt here. You have it in your packet. So I want you to locate that in your packet right now. It's being shown on the screen. Unfortunately, this little video bubble, let me see if I can hide myself. All right, I'm going to hide myself to read this prompt. Using what you've learned about rocks, write an essay that describes what rocks and minerals are and explain how they are different. Consider the roles they play in our lives. Make sure to include evidence from the text to support your response. I want you to read it again on your own. I want you, as you read it again on your own, to underline what it's asking you to do. So go ahead and pause your video, read this prompt again on your own. Now, DCPS did not provide TAP, but I want you to go ahead and tap it out. Maybe you have a sticky note at home. Maybe you just need to rip off a piece of paper that you find. Whatever, do tap right now, please. So go ahead and tap it out. Find the topic of this prompt, the audience, and the purpose that we're going to be writing about. Go ahead, pause your video, do that now. All right, I'm going to show you tap now. I want you to have done it first though, because that thinking needs to be done by you. Check it with mine. The topic, we're going to be writing what rocks and minerals are. We're going to be writing their similarities and differences and what roles they play in our lives. We're going to be writing to non-experts because we are the experts after this week. And our purpose is to provide information about rocks and minerals. So as we're planning our writing, we're choosing option A. This week, DCPS gave us 2 different outlines. Please look at the top of the page and choose option A. They did an option A and an option B. Look at the top of your paper. Put your finger on option A. Do you have option A? Great. The topic at the top, you're going to transfer the T from your tap and put it right there on this topic line. See topic? So that's going to be at the top of your outline the whole time so you can keep referring back to it. Go ahead and pause the video, transfer that T right now. Glorious. So we're planning our writing now. So we're going to be thinking of this 2 paragraphs. What are we going to be writing about? How are we going to be writing 2 paragraphs? Well, in our topic from TAP, we see these 2 big categories of what rocks and minerals are and their similarities and differences. So I know I can write a whole paragraph about what they are and a whole paragraph about their similarities and differences. So you see, that's how I divided my outline up. I'm going to do my first paragraph about what they are and my second paragraph about their similarities and differences. I wrote my first TS, rocks and minerals, and then I did an A positive. I defined them. The building blocks of Earth and society are fascinating. And then my second TS is, although it might seem like rocks and minerals are the same, they have both similarities and differences. So I started this one with a subordinating conjunction. And then my concluding sentence is a question. Have you ever thought about how much you interact with rocks and minerals, the materials of the solid earth, every single day? So I actually have an A positive and it's a question in my conclusion sentence. So if you're really struggling to come up with a TS, a second TS, and a conclusion sentence, you can use mine for support. But I want you to stop and plan your writing now. So you're going to fill in details for what rocks and minerals are. So you're going to define them here. You're going to fill in details here for rocks and minerals similarities and rocks and minerals differences here. So pause and do that now. I'm going to, on the next slide, have some starter fragments for you guys to get support on, but I am in no way going to show you a full complete outline. So here's some on the next one. So you're going to pause, plan on your own. If you need more support, come to the next slide. Here we go. Rocks equals, minerals equals, soils equal. And then for the differences and similarities, rocks are unique because, minerals are unique because, and then according to the text, so I'm going to use a quote from the text to bring in evidence, because as a fourth grader, we should be trying to bring in some evidence when we can. And since they're having us use 3 details here, I'm going to take my opportunity to do that. All right, now is my time to draft my writing. So we see activity 3, draft our writing. So I'm taking my outline here, and I'm going to take those fragments and I'm turning them into complete sentences. So my sentence doesn't read rocks equal sign and then the definition. I'm turning that into a complex sentence. Rocks are, and then I'm writing a full sentence. Okay, pause the video, draft your writing. Here's my draft of my writing. Now that I've drafted my writing, I'm going to use this rubric in order to revise it. So I want to make it better. Pause the video, use your rubric, make your writing better. Either add more descriptive details, change how you introduce the topic, choose better words to link it together. I'm going to show you how I revised mine on the next slide. So you see all the areas I highlighted is how I revised it. Again, I want you to pause. I want you to revise yours before I show you how I revised mine. So if you haven't revised yours yet, please pause, revise yours using this rubric. It's in your packet. Here's how I revised mine. I'm gonna get my head to go away so you can see it. So I said rocks and minerals, the building blocks of our earth and society, are fascinating. First, rocks are hard and solid material that is all around us, composed of minerals. So you see there, I added all the stuff that is in bold and underlined. So I made my sentence a lot more complex, and I added an A positive there at the beginning. In addition, minerals are composed of chemical substances that have a specific chemical makeup of elements. Furthermore, soil is a substance found on Earth's surface Earth's surface that is made of both rock and mineral particles. I'm so sorry, that wasn't an A positive in this first sentence. Rocks are hard and solid material that is all around us, composed of minerals. This was not an A positive. I'm so sorry. Anyways, going back to the second paragraph. Although it might seem like rocks and minerals are the same, they both have similarities and differences. So I transitioned to my second paragraph by saying, I know it might sound like here they're very similar, but they're not, and now I'm going to explain why. Rocks are unique because some are made of one mineral, but others have many minerals. These minerals can vary in size. So I added that little detail about the minerals varying in size because before I didn't have that detail. Even though, so I added this transition word here, even though minerals are unique because of their chemical makeup. There are thousands of known minerals, but only 25 types of minerals make up most types of rock. So I added that detail because it was interesting for the reader and it added more complexity to the sentence. According to the text, minerals ingredients include elements, the most basic chemical found in all matter. Minerals consist of one or more elements. A mineral's elements are important because they are unique in its chemical makeup, structure, and give minerals their three-dimensional shape. This was a note that we took on day 2 while we were answering those evidence-based questions. So I went back to my notes to add this to my essay. You guys took this note with Mr. Freeman. It's always important to go back to our notes to add things to our essay. We don't just take our notes for the fun of it. We take notes as readers to add them to our writing. So this highlighted portion is directly from our notes from Mr. Freeman, and it added something for our reader to read about minerals in our day 4 writing. So I really wanted to highlight that here because we don't just take notes and answer questions for the fun of it. We're doing that to add something to our writing, to give our expertise eventually when we're providing information. Okay, so we're always building to something, all right? And then our question at the end, have you ever thought about how much you interact with rocks and minerals, the materials that make up the solid earth, every single day? So we're kind of leaving our reader with getting them thinking about how much they're interacting with rocks every single day. So I really am curious to see how you guys take this informational piece about rocks. I am excited. This text was definitely building on what we've already started in class about rocks, and I am very, very excited. All right, so the next portion would be to publish your writing. So whatever audience you have in your house, mine was Pablo. I published my writing to him. He gave me his honest, hardcore feedback. It was that he loved it. So you're going to publish your writing. Enrichments for this week are a PBS video about rocks and minerals. Yes, this video is old. You're going to see it. It was made a very long time ago, but the information is really great. So you guys might chuckle at some of their outfits that they're wearing, but the information is really, really great. So please listen to it. And I can't wait to hear what new facts and information you guys can bring to me and Mr. Freeman and Miss Rowe and Miss Lewis about rocks and minerals. Please go find and discover some new articles on NEWSELA about rocks and minerals. Again, you can look up the topic rocks and minerals on NEWSELA. Bring your classmates, bring us some information, maybe on our weekly Microsoft Teams community meetings. Also, Miss Eurythia said you can log on to STEMSCOPES, and she's assigned you guys some rocks and minerals units on STEMSCOPES. So go ahead and log on to Clever, go on to STEMSCOPES, and there's some good content there as well. All right, that's the end of our lesson today. Next week, we will start week 5 in the DCPS packet. It's going to be the same packet, so you won't have to go get a new one just yet. We'll be using the same one. Thanks so much. Miss you guys. Make sure you stay safe. Bye-bye.